EMBRAER is an established company in the regional aircraft market with its E2, but Airbus is trying to enter this market. Okay, this is capitalism. The question is, do their regional aircraft really compete with EMBRAERs? Let's see everything in this video. Companies that bet on Airbus 220 will have bad results. Regional aviation will be EMBRAERs. The response is here. Subscribe and fasten your seatbelts. In a highly competitive world of regional aviation, two giants fiercely compete for the preference of airlines, the Airbus A220 and the EMBRAER 190 E2. Both are shining examples of how modern engineering can transform air travel, offering efficiency, economy, and passenger comfort. Despite competing in the same segment, they follow distinct paths in terms of design, capacity, and operational philosophy. The Airbus A220, originally designed by the Canadian manufacturer Bombardier under the name Cherries, was created from the ground up to be a fully optimized next-generation aircraft. When Airbus acquired the program in 2018 and rebranded it as the A220, the aircraft not only gained the support of a global aerospace giant, but also access to an extensive logistical network and consolidated customer service. On the other hand, the EMBRAER 190 E2 represents a significant evolution of the successful first-generation E-jets. Rather than designing an entirely new plane, EMBRAER chose to deeply upgrade its existing platform, bringing aerodynamic improvements, new generation engines, fuel savings, and enhanced cabin features. This decision brought significant advantages in terms of lower development costs and operational familiarity for airlines already operating EMBRAER jets. Looking at the A220, its sleek and modern design immediately stands out. With longer wings, highly optimized surfaces, and advanced Pratt & Whitney PW1500G geared turbofan engines, the aircraft promises fuel savings of up to 25% compared to older models. Its cabin layout, with a 2 to 3 seating configuration, offers wider seats, larger windows, and a spacious feel that resembles larger single-aisle jets. Every detail is designed to deliver comfort to passengers and efficiency to operators. Meanwhile, the EMBRAER 190 E2 is no less impressive. Equipped with Pratt & Whitney PW1900G engines, it also achieves significant fuel efficiency gains, between 17% and 20% over the first-generation E190. EMBRAER opted for a 2 to 2 cabin configuration, eliminating the dreaded middle seat. This guarantees that every passenger enjoys either a window or an aisle seat, a highly valued feature in regional aviation. Additionally, technological advancements include redesigned winglets, enhanced flight systems, and simplified maintenance processes. In terms of capacity, the A220-100, the smaller variant, accommodates between 100 and 130 passengers, while the A220-300 can seat up to 150, depending on the configuration. The EMBRAER 190 E2, focused more tightly on the 100 to 114 seat market, positions itself slightly below the A220 in capacity, although its larger sibling, the E195 E2, can carry up to 146 passengers. Range is another area where the A220 impresses. The A220-300 boasts a maximum range of 6,297 kilometers, whereas the 190 E2 offers up to 4,537 kilometers. This enables the Airbus to operate routes traditionally served by larger narrow bodies like the A320 or Boeing 737, but with significantly lower operating costs. The EMBRAER, while having a shorter range, excels in flexibility, particularly in regional airports with shorter runways, common in markets such as Latin America, Africa, and parts of Asia. The cockpit reflects two different design philosophies. The A220 features a highly digitalized flight deck with large displays, a fly-by-wire system similar to the larger Airbus family, and side-stick controls. This allows for fleet commonality for airlines already operating Airbus aircraft. In contrast, the EMBRAER 190 E2 retains a traditional yoke and a control logic that closely aligns with previous EMBRAER generations, offering a smoother transition for pilots familiar with the brand. When it comes to costs, the A220 carries a higher acquisition price, reflecting its larger size and superior capabilities. However, its cost per seat is highly competitive. especially on medium-haul routes. The Embraer 190 E2, with a lower purchase price, shines in regional markets where passenger density doesn't justify a larger aircraft. Passenger comfort is another crucial factor. The A220 offers wider seats, especially on the side with just 2 seats in the 2 to 3 layout, spacious overhead bins, and an exceptionally quiet cabin. The Embraer counters with its universally praised 2 to 2 layout, considered one of the most comfortable in regional aviation, ensuring quicker boarding and deplaning with no middle seat to worry about. Regarding sustainability, both aircraft are aligned with global emissions reduction goals. The use of next-generation engines, composite materials, and optimized aerodynamics result in lower CO2 emissions and reduced noise footprints. The A220 has a slight edge in this area, especially on longer routes where its performance surpasses that of older narrow-body jets it often replaces. In the end, the choice between the Airbus A220 and the Embraer 190 E2 depends directly on the airline's operational profile. For carriers focused on short-haul regional flights with high frequency and lower passenger volume, the 190 E2 offers a perfect balance of cost, performance, and passenger comfort. For those needing greater range, more seats, and the ability to operate both regional and medium-haul routes, the A220 becomes a natural choice. Despite the higher initial investment, both aircraft represent the pinnacle of modern regional aviation. Each, in its own way, is redefining standards of efficiency, sustainability, and comfort, proving that the future of air travel lies in smaller, smarter, and incredibly efficient airplanes.